So I'm going to go ahead and record it and get started. So I just want to reiterate because if you guys could do me a favor and just mute it until it's time for questions, and then, or I'll just mute you guys real quick. Because sometimes there's background noise and stuff, and it makes it easier. There you go. For people who, when they listen to recordings, to not hear all the background noise. So I just want to reiterate the 3 vital behaviors because people are asking questions. A lot of the questions that I get are, how do I get customers, and how do I invite people to challenge groups, and how do I do the business? And it always falls back to the 3 vital behaviors. And if you're doing those 3 vital behaviors every single day, then your business will take care of itself. So of course, the 3 vital behaviors, the first one is being a product of the product. So when you show that you're working out, you don't even have to show workout videos, but post a sweaty selfie, post I'm drinking my Shakeology and I just got it all. Hold on one second. I'm posting a sweaty selfie, or I'm drinking my Shakeology after my workout, or I'm drinking my Energize before my workout, or whatever it is. Like, be a product of the product, show that when you drink Energize, you have a better workout, or when you drink Recover, you don't have as much muscle fatigue and soreness the following day, or when you drink Shakeology, talk about how you're more regular if you feel comfortable talking about that, or how much more energy you have, and how you're not hungry an hour later, even though it's a shake. It is really filling. I think it's the chia seeds in it that make it so filling, and all the other properties, but it is very, very filling. So talk about that, be a product of the product. And then people that are following you, they trust you because they believe in you and they know you. And then they will start asking questions, and they'll say, well, I trust this person because they're not a stupid person, like they know what they're talking about. They're a respectful person. And so, maybe it is a good product. And if it's working for them, maybe it's something that can work for me. So being a product of the product is a huge one. That is, I feel, probably the most important of the 3 vital behaviors out of all of them. Because if you're not doing that one in particular, how is anybody going to know that what you're promoting is going to work for them? Because, if it's not working for you, then how do they know it's going to work for them? So you see all those people that promote wraps and like Plexus, or, any of that stuff. And they show other people's pictures, and yeah, we show other people's pictures too, but we're also showing our own pictures, and we're also showing hey, we're doing hammer and chisel, or we're doing 21-day fix, or we're drinking Shakeology. And then it just gives what we're saying more credibility, which only makes sense, right? Why wouldn't we use the products that we're promoting? So that is, and they work. How much weight have all of us lost, and how much more toning have we all gotten, and how much more has it benefited our lives? So that's, we're just preaching the truth. So that's the first vital behavior. Just make sure that you are posting at least one product of the product post a day, at least once. Okay. I have to say, you have to post at least 3 to 5 times a day in whatever platform you prefer to use, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, Snapchat, whatever, Periscope, whatever it is that you prefer to use. Post at least 3 to 5 times a day. Don't feel like you're over posting. If people don't want to follow you, they won't follow you, but know that your posts are your business, and to kind of treat it as such. As soon as you treat this as a business, and as soon as you take responsibility for this as your business, it will turn into fruition as your business. So once you start thinking of it that way and take it seriously that way, then it'll happen. So be a product of the product. That's the first vital behavior. Speaks for itself. Show your before and afters. Do the 3-day refresh if you want to. I kind of fudged up on it today, but we only get away from our kids every so often, and I had a date with a friend, and so I got to enjoy it. But I'll be honest about it. I'll say that I kind of messed up on it this time, but next time I'll do it, and I'll still post my before and afters. So even if our products or the products aren't 100% perfect, it's better to do it. Okay. So Bonnie Ingalls said on last Monday's National Wake Up Call, it's better to just do it than for it to be perfect. Okay. So don't worry so much about it being perfect. Just do it. Okay. So the next one is personal development. I personally struggle with this. I don't know about you guys. I find that if I am lacking in certain areas of my business, it's because I'm not focusing on my personal development. And whenever there's any kind of like negativity or anything that happens in my life, that I need to focus on the personal development and hit it hard. And then it usually pulls me out of my slump, and I see it in numbers. I know that we aren't striving for numbers, but I also know that this business is built on helping people, but that also translates into the numbers. I mean, let's be real, you know? So it is about helping people. That's why we have to be products of the products, to show people that it works. But when we do our personal development, it makes us better leaders. It makes us better coaches. It makes us better able to help other people. So that's why it's so important, because we can see why our purpose in this world is to help others with their journey. And then in turn, maybe they can take some of that and see that their purpose is to help others. And then they become your coaches, you know, your personally sponsored coaches. So personal development is a big one. You may kind of say, like, you may poo-poo it and think it's kind of not that important, but try to take 10 minutes out of your day to listen to a Chalene podcast. She has tons of awesome podcasts. You can pull up, you know, Simon Sinek YouTube tutorial or YouTube videos, or all these different YouTube videos and audiobooks and podcasts. And you can maybe have time to use the bathroom in peace and throw you know, you are a badass in your bathroom if you have time to use the bathroom in peace. I know most of us are moms, so we don't have that luxury, but you know, if you can, that's great. So Brittany Powers just posted a list on Team Empower of all of her recommended personal development books. I know Team Let Your Light Shine has a whole list of personal development books. So please look at that list, and it'll even say, like, for social media marketing, you know, GoPro and Jab Jab Right Hook, and, you know, a couple others. And then for your own personal development and empowerment, like You Are a Badass and The Slight Edge. So there's a couple of books for different reasons. You know, we all go through different things at different times, and the personal development that I need right now may not be the same one you need. So kind of do your research and see which one works best for you, but make sure to set aside at least 10 minutes a day to get it done. Like I said, it may sound ridiculous. It may not be something that you want to do, but I promise you that you will feel better afterwards, and it'll show in your posts and how you relate to, you know, your challengers and your other coaches. The next one is invite. That is the third, three of the three vital behaviors. It is daunting to invite people that are your friends and your family, and they, you know, you feel like you're bugging them by inviting them to things. But how do you know that they haven't been wanting to reach out to you, but they're just kind of afraid to? And sometimes this is the push they need. Or maybe they want to join a challenge group, but they're not exactly sure what it's all about, and if it's for them, and if it's something they'd like to do. So when you run a free one, and in the past, I have invited all of my Facebook friends, like all 600 and whatever of like personal Facebook friends, to my Clean Eating Challenge groups. And I ended up getting like 80 challengers out of that. You know, it's people that would have never come to me if I had just posted it. So make sure when you form with people, you do your, you know, family, occupation, recreation, and then your message. When you form with people, make sure that in that message you send them an invitation to whatever you have coming up next. So when you're forming with people and you get to the point where you think that they'd be a good challenger, or you think they'd be a good coach, or you think that, you know, whatever else, if you think that they would just be great in your next free challenge group, then make sure to send them an invitation geared towards that. Just don't leave it with, oh, okay, that's cool, it's been nice talking to you. Say, you know, my team is having a sneak peek next week on what it's like to be a Beachbody coach. would you like to, or if I added you, would you watch the videos? And most of the time they'll say yes. Maybe sometimes they actually do it, but at least they're on your Facebook friends list. At least you're there, at least you have that in, okay? And they know what you're all about. So they can always come back later and decide that it might be something for them, because over time you have been a product of the product, you've been doing your personal development, and you have invited them at some point. So eventually they may come back around, okay? So consistency is key. And if you keep being consistent and if you keep doing these things, then it'll come back around eventually. This whole thing may not be for everyone, but it may be for somebody in 4 months. Okay. So you just never know. You can't discount anybody. That's the one thing I've learned about this whole thing, is you cannot discount a single person, because most of the coaches I've signed are not necessarily the ones that I've signed, but a lot of the people that approach me are people that I would have never thought would have, come my way. So it's definitely important to send out those invitations and let them know that you're interested in helping them, instead of just throwing that out there and maybe they'll contact me. Okay. So that's how you get your customers. You personally reach out to at least 3 people a day, at least 3 people a day. You form with them. Like I said, I'll say it again. It's family. So you talk about their family, talk about their occupation, you talk about their recreation. I always ask them like where they're from, and we talk about the weather. And then you deliver your message and you say, it's been really cool chatting with you. I feel like we click, or however else it feels comfortable and genuine, because you don't want people that you don't feel comfortable and genuine with on your team, just because it's not organic and it's not really going to flow. And, so however it feels comfortable and genuine, just say, I really like chatting with you. I feel like we click. I'm hosting a sneak peek next week, and what it is we do as a Beachbody coach. I know you said that, you don't really like your job, and, maybe this would be a good opportunity for you. If I added you to the group, would you try it? And, what's the worst they can say is no. And then that's fine. And maybe eventually they'll come around. So I'm going to open it up for questions. So if you guys want to unmute yourselves and ask away, then, even if it doesn't have to do with the 3 vital behaviors, I'm here to answer your questions. But that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about right now. What's up, Nancy?
Well, I will say I know that's true, because I've been like off the grid, like pretty much like off and on the last couple months, but I'm back. So I'm like ready to hit the ground running. How to take care of personal stuff, the long story. But it's true, because like sometimes I won't get a lot of hits on my posts, and I know like I feel like over time you get better with the post, but I'm kind of working my way back in. But I reached out to a few people that I know had said something to me in the past, and they're like, yeah, I saw your post, but they didn't write anything on it. And like, oh, I was thinking about it. I was going to ask my husband, but just me reaching out to my friend, she's like, yeah, I want to do it. And so she's going to join. But no, it's true what you say, because I forget sometimes. And then as soon as I do that, it's like, they always say yes. And usually it is on the back of their mind, but they just need a gentle push. Okay. So I know the invite thing is like so important. It's huge.
Yep, you're exactly right. Sometimes they just need to know that you care enough to reach out to them. So we're afraid that we're bugging them, because we know that we don't want to be salesy, and like we just want to know that we're there to help them, and we're just hoping that they receive like that message and not the sales message. But I think most of the time people know where we're coming from, unless we're like a total stranger just messaging out of the blue, like, hey, you want to buy a challenge pack? Like, that doesn't work, like nobody would do that. So yeah, don't do that. Just don't message anybody and be like out of the blue, you want to buy a challenge pack? Because that doesn't work, and that just gives us a bad name, and it's just not how we build relationships with people and create this community and this family that we have. So yeah, the invite's great, because then makes people know that you care enough to follow up and that you're there to help them.
I was going to ask you, yeah, that's so true. Do you, I feel like for a while, like the last month, I was really, really trying so hard to get Summit. And I felt like it was like November, like horrible month, because everyone is just totally checked out. Right. Of course, it would land on my 3rd month, right? Yeah. And I kind of felt like I was getting in a place where I was kind of pushing a little bit too hard, but really thinking about numbers. And I know that that was really what made me not get that month, because I was just so like, oh no, I got to get this. I got to get it. But I'm kind of taking a step back. And I guess my question is, do you find when you're not even thinking about, I want to sell a challenge pack, that when you're just really focused on, I want to help people? I mean, isn't that how you got where you are?
Yeah, because I mean, like I had my own personal journey and I know what it's like to, be 45 pounds heavier and to still continue to be on this journey and to struggle every day. And so I want to help people who are in that same struggle. And then now that there's, the whole business aspect of it, I want to help other like moms that, or people who maybe aren't happy with their current work situation, or if they're not working and they want to bring in an extra income or whatever, I want to help them create that also. So most definitely, when it comes from a place of helping and not from the mindset of selling, then it's definitely kind of works itself out. And that's why the personal development is so important, because when you do your personal development, it like honestly, it really kind of brings you back, and you have to revisit your why, and when you revisit your why and do that personal development, it definitely kind of get your mind back into that whole I want to help people aspect, instead of.
I guess I'm asking that because I mean, it happened to me, and I feel like that's where I totally just started tripping up on it, but where I just wanted that goal so bad. But so so I guess my question, so you did confirm my question, but just to kind of reiterate, I kind of feel like when you start forgetting, like you said, your why, but in my case, just forgetting like helping first and not even thinking about any of that. Did you notice that you were getting all kinds of people coming to you? Because you've had obviously a lot more success than me. And it happened in that moment?
Yeah. I didn't, in September, I did not hit Success Club. And it was because I was numbers driven. And I was so focused on hitting Success Club, other than helping people, that definitely, yeah, you're totally right, that it was not genuine. And I was coming more from like a place of like, well, do you want to buy this challenge pack or not? It was like very pushy and not helpful, so yeah, you're exactly right. So it definitely helps to say like, yeah, and then you always ask people, like, what are your goals and what are you looking to get out of this? And not like, I want to help you. It's, I want to help, I want to help guide you, but you need to tell me what you want me to help you with too, so it always has to come from them and make it their idea. And you can guide them in the right direction, but you just tell them, I'm here to guide you into helping you reach your goals. Use you as much as possible. So yeah, because that's, I mean, how else are we supposed to know what they want if we don't ask them? Yeah. So that's something I always do, is I always ask people, what are your goals? What are you looking to get out of this? And then, yeah. So when they tell me, then I say, okay, well, do you like a program with or without weights? And how long of a program do you want? And do you want high or low intensity? And then usually they'll tell me like, low intensity with weights. And then I'll say, okay, well, 21-day fix can be modified, and it's kind of like a beginner's weight training kind of thing. So that's what, that's how I usually start. So that's how it goes from there. Or they'll say without weights, and I usually just go straight to either PiYo if it's low intensity, or high intensity is Insanity Max 30. So that's usually how I get to those conclusions. But I always listen to their goals first and then go from there, and then check in with them and make sure. And then that way during challenges too, you can say like, hey, your goal was to lose 15 pounds in these 21 days. Like, you have said as much that you're sabotaging your diet, like you told me your goals, and it's me here helping you stay accountable for your goals. So, and then when they get the results, they'll send referrals your way and stuff like that too. So it kind of helps you in the long run that way also.
Well, I feel like I have like the same like 5 or 6 girls that started this with me, that they keep starting and then like stopping. And I don't have that one person that stuck through the whole thing, right. So I have like that story that I've been like really wanting to see somebody go through or, experience. Do you find yourself in that position a lot? Like where I mean, I know we need to follow up and keep pushing them. I keep dragging them back into the groups, even though they bought the challenge pack like months ago.
Well, are you doing it? I mean, like they'll only do what you show them, So if you are consistent, like with your workouts and stuff, and show that you do like a whole program, then I feel like it motivates them to do a whole program, So I mean, I know a lot of people aren't as self-motivated, and that's why we're here, is to push them. There are those few people who like take it and run with it and like do their own thing and stuff, and those are the ones that we hope to stumble upon to get those stories. But I find that if I'm consistently doing my program and I'm like going all out, then it helps my challengers for sure. So because I mean they're still watching you, so that's.
Well, I have not been posting where I actually need to start the new program. I haven't started it yet. So I'm hoping that's what I took a step back and, with all the personal things that were going on with me and going back in, I'm like, now I've kind of got my head on straight and I want to like really focus on myself. Like I was telling you, I feel like I kind of got away from that. And I know that didn't help me at all. Like that kind of just took me off in the wrong direction, with this. So I feel like that's going to really help.
Yeah.
Like you said, you asked a good question.
You were there for your family, so I understand. I mean, it's your business, so it's up to you. But that's just my, I guess, response to how to keep people going through a whole program. Is I think that we need to set an example. And I mean, I've struggled with that too. Insanity Max 30 took me like 3 months, and it should have taken 2. So I mean, it's tough when we have, jobs and we have kids and stuff like that, but we do the best that we can. And we just hope our challengers do the same. And so, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that helped. But
sick baby. Yes, no, I agree. No, I mean, you're absolutely right though, because that's why I said when I was coming back, I'm like, I really need to focus on me. Mm-hmm. And I am at my weight, but I'm not in the best shape I can be. So I really need to now I have a goal, I have something that I'm working towards, so hopefully that will help.
Yeah.
I actually believe it will.
Yeah, it'll definitely help. I think so. And it'll help motivate. It's just the whole vibe, like motivating yourself, motivate your challengers and stuff.
So kind of a separate, totally unrelated, but have you guys all tried the latte, the new?
Yeah, I switched my order. I forgot to do it. My order ships out on the 8th, and I had from like the 4th, or when did it ship out or start? I think it started like January 4th is when it came out. So I only had those 4 days, and I forgot to switch it before the 8th, and so it'll come to me next month. But
I just got it, and I tried it this morning. I was actually going to post about it, but it's so good.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah, I loved it. I loved it. And I'm not a big latte drinker, but I really loved it.
Good. That's so exciting, because I got the combo pack just in case, like at least I'll have the vanilla and chocolate to fall back on.
Yeah, I haven't tried vanilla yet, so at least I got all that. And I kind of have so much of the bags. I'm going to start doing those because I think those would be great to start, maybe passing, selling them for $5 and people can try them.
Oh, for sure.
And,
Totally. Yes, definitely. I think I saw that Bexy once put a box of them out at work for $5. Pick up a sample,
Yeah.
That idea. So yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Because so many people are curious about it, and I just love. So kind of back to the 3 vital behaviors, a product of the product. So I really need to start talking about that more too. I know that needs to be part of my daily and posting a lot more. That's something I haven't been doing.
Yeah.
I haven't had a lot of material, to be honest. So I'm like, okay, now I don't want to talk about like the stuff going on in my house, but now everything's great. So.
Right. Good. Yeah. So, you could just talk about Shakeology and, how it benefits you. And are you going to do the Whole30?
No, I was just thinking about, because I'm really we're doing gluten-free.
Right. You guys kind of
I'm thinking, and we've seen a lot of great results with that.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like my husband definitely knows he does have a gluten intolerance, but I'm gonna try dairy-free. I've been cutting back on it, and I just feel like dairy. Dairy is supposed to be a what's the word? Well, anyway, it's not supposed to be that great for you. So I'm trying to cut back on some of those things, but I'm not going to I like how Erin does it, where you said that she drinks Shakeology, but everything else she eats is Whole30.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Vegan Shakeology. Yeah.
Because it's gluten free. So at least it's not like wheat and, all these other like grains that are like, I mean, for the most part, she's doing Whole30. Right. I think it's only because of the grains in it, right? And the dairy, if you have dairy in it, yeah. Which she can go vegan. Vegan doesn't have dairy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just the quinoa and like brown rice and stuff like that. That's not Whole30 approved, but it's still all natural, so yeah. A lot of people do the Whole30 with the exception of Shakeology.
So do you have anyone that does, oh goodness, what is this stuff called? It's one of the competitors, and oh goodness, I gotta look it up. Where's my phone? What was that?
Vega One?
No, it's the one that they sell skincare to. Like they sell like vitamins and they have like a 30-day cleanse.
Is it Arbonne?
Yeah, Arbonne. So isn't that like I'm always surprised. I have a friend that's on paleo, that she's like 100% paleo, but she does Arbonne, and I always thought that was like chemicals and stuff like that, and I didn't think that it was whole foods.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the ingredient list.
Okay, I want to look into that because I'm surprised she's doing that, but not Shakeology.
Yeah. And then see, even paleo, Shakeology's not paleo friendly. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I don't think Arbonne is either. Well, you know what? That actually is. It's gluten-free and dairy-free. And
is it like wheat-free and everything too, though? I mean, or like free?
I just don't feel like, I mean, it could be all those things, but then I didn't think it was paleo approved either, because paleo is like, like you can't have a lot of things.
Right.
I mean, even certain bacons aren't okay.
Yeah.
Like you can't have like, so I'd be surprised actually.
Well, paleo is very like, it's pretty much like Whole30. I mean, it's very.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just striving for healthier and just whole foods. And I'm just, my husband's like totally on board because he's starting coaching now too. And he just wants to be in the best shape right now. And we have Maui coming up. And so we're just trying to just clean out our house. There's like a lot of reasons for that. So, we're ready. I'm ready.
Glad to have you back.
I feel like I was so motivated when I first started, and it was the happiest I'd been. And I feel like a dark cloud, like when you're dealing with so much stuff, and really not anything horrible, but just, just a series of bad things, like refrigerator went out and this and that. But I feel like this has just got me a lot more motivated. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Do you guys have any other questions about the 3 vital behaviors?
About what?
The 3 vital behaviors, or how?
No, I actually don't. I mean, just the questions are the questions that I had, but I don't have any others.
Cool. Just trying to think, because I'm like, I want to save some of this for our call tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And then this is recorded too.
So. I do have a question about groups that we're doing.
Oh, okay.
So are we? Because I saw some, that you posted in the Team Taking Action in that group. Are we are we all like doing the same group, the February 8th one, the clean eating, or is that just something you're doing?
That was just a free challenge group that I was going to do.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do a regular challenge group on February 8th too.
Okay, at the same time. Okay, that's okay. So I'm going to start posting stuff, and I guess I'm asking if the group, I actually was going to write some of my own things for the 7-day clean eating, and I was going to run that by you. If anyone else wants to do that with us, you're welcome. Or with me, I should say. I'm not, not going to offer you. But I want to do it a little bit more structured or customized.
Okay.
So I'll talk to you about it tomorrow, but I just want to throw that out there if anyone else wants to join. I want to do the free one because I have so many people that are on the fence.
Yeah.
And then I want to do another one, like you were saying, that's more of a 21-day, like, that one's just more of a program.
Yeah.
That's the couples one or no?
What's that?
No, that's the clean eating.
What's that?
I'm gonna go. I have to go to the emergency room. He has a temperature of 103. So I'm gonna take him to the emergency room. Sorry, I had some things I wanted to say, but I'll try and check back in next week.
Okay, I hope he feels better, Ida.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Good night. Sorry.
Feels better.
Okay. Aw, poor baby.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Let's see. We have like a little less than 10 minutes left. Yeah, the 21-day group is like the challenge group. If they buy a challenge pack, we'll put them in there. And then the clean eating group was just the free clean eating group. But if you want to offer like to join up with anybody or whatever, just throw it up on Team Taking Action, and then I'm sure that some of the girls will be more than happy to double up with you, because I think some of them haven't done a free challenge group themselves. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I had some ideas on that. So I
Cool.
on team meeting, I just want to see if anybody else wanted to join. So
Yeah,
okay.
definitely. Gosh, I think that's it. Unless you had anything else that you wanted to say.
No, that's it. I mean, it's good to remember, that we need to.
It's like I like to come back to the basics, and because I know that's what helps. If you stay consistent and you do your 3 vital behaviors, that's what keeps. I mean, they say it National Wake Up Call like every day. It's like you do your 3 vital behaviors and you're golden. So you do your product of the product, personal development, and invite. So, and don't discount anybody for sure.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for jumping on. It was good
Thank
seeing you.
Nice seeing you.
All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Bye.